Samantha Murray, and I'm going to take you through your sport this evening. First off, Judge Denise Fischer has reserved judgment for tomorrow in an urgent application for a court interdict by the Amazulu Football Club to halt the commencement of the MTN-8 opening round scheduled for this weekend. Amazulu sought an urgent interdict at the Johannesburg High Court after a decision by arbitrator William Mukhari relegated them from 8th to 9th place on the ABSA Premiership log due to Ajax Cape Town and the Tendai Ndoro matter.
The dust has hardly settled in the Ajax Cape Town Tendai Ndoro matter, and the Premier Soccer League is fighting fires in another case in the Johannesburg High Court. On the 16th of last month, Judge Denise Fischer granted the Premier Soccer League leave to appeal after her earlier decision to reverse the judgment taken by arbitrator William Mukhari. Mukhari ruled that Zimbabwean forward Ndoro was not eligible to play for Ajax Cape Town. The SAFA arbitrator went to the extent of docking the Urban Warriors 7 points, which were awarded to the 3 teams Ndoro featured against. Amazulu felt hard done by the decision, which saw them relegated to 9th place. SuperSport United, on the other hand, benefited from the ruling to qualify for the MTN-8.
I'll give judgment in this matter at 2 o'clock tomorrow.
Besides Amazulu's interdict, the High Court also still has to hear the appeal of the league against Judge Fischer's earlier ruling that Ajax should be reinstated to 15th place on the Premiership log and Platinum Stars automatically relegated to the NFD. If Judge Fischer's ruling is upheld, it will in turn benefit Amazulu and they will return to 8th place on the log.
What the board has decided to do is go with the court process. I understand from the papers and from the Deputy Judge President that an urgent appeal course is available to the parties in relation to the appeal of my judgment. But nobody's taken that up. It seems as though there's an impasse about the record, and that concerns me.
There are a number of scenarios depending on the ruling. SuperSport United, who were the main beneficiaries of the arbitration ruling, could also fight their case if they lose their top 8 position. And if Amazulu win their case, it could inspire Ajax to continue to fight against their relegation to the National First Division.
Basically, the issues are that Amazulu, that is sitting at position 9 as we stand here today, has approached the court insisting that it wants to participate in the MTN top 8 because they are saying that before Mukhari's award they were position 8, and this is now they are trying to interdict the commencement of the top 8, and that's why we're in court today.
The 3 clubs who benefited from the 7 points deducted from Ajax could also challenge the decision of the High Court. The affected clubs are SuperSport United, the relegated Platinum Stars, as well as Polokwane City. Sfiso Ramara, SABC News, Johannesburg.
Banyana coach Desiree Ellis is reasonably pleased with the players' fitness levels, considering that her last camp with the team was 2 months ago. She has credited the Sasol League as players now receive regular training and game time. Ellis has called the players to a selection camp ahead of the COSAFA Women's Championship in September.
Banyana's selection camp will end on Friday with the COSAFA Cup camp scheduled a week before the start of the tournament. However, Ellis is not too concerned that the fairly long break between camps will affect the fitness levels of the players, which can be a major factor in competitions. Players are competing regularly in the Sasol League, and it has given her something to work with when the players arrive in camp.
We have another 2 weeks before it starts, so there's enough time for us to get them to a higher level because you have to be fit, if you want to be getting results, because other teams are training as well, and we want to be absolutely ready when we go to COSAFA, but we want to be even more ready when we go to AFCON, because that for us is the biggest one.
The COSAFA comes at an opportune moment for Banyana ahead of the Women's Africa Cup of Nations, which also serves as a World Cup qualifier. They will go all out to defend their regional title because the team feels it will be to their benefit 2 months before the continental tournament.
We want to win the COSAFA because it also gives confidence, it also gives that winning feeling, and that is what we want to do.
It's also about preparing for that World Cup qualifier, going into the AFCON, and I think it's just about improving.
Besides winning the COSAFA Cup, Ellis wants to see progress, which she says will guarantee results, and that is priority for the coach. Lebhantube, SABC News, Soweto.